This is Bob Saget, and you're listening to Nobody Loves Onions.
Nobody likes onions.
I don't give a fuck. That's all you get. This is the worst thing that I've ever done in my entire career. A lot of shit content.
Hi, diddly ho. Hello, everybody. Nobody likes onions equals you and a couple of friends gathered around a campfire having a good time. It's like when you used to put on pirate cassette tapes back in high school. Wait till you hear what he said. Nobody used to do that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I'm losing my mind. Welcome to the program. I am having the best time of my life, but I don't know what's wrong with all of you. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the show. Hi, everybody. Tuna. Get some tuna. Welcome to the show. It's late. It's Friday night. You all have a lot of places you could be, but you're here. You're in Las Vegas. You're in Las Vegas by proxy, let's say, and you're hanging out. So thank you very much for that. While you're here, give us a like for the YouTube algorithm. If you're watching this later on, leave a comment. It helps out. I don't know how any of this stuff works. This is the problem with YouTube is, who cares? But also, like, I understand from what I understand. And look, I'm not a YouTube guy. I realize that like it helps people out to put in descriptions and put a thumbnail in, but that's about all I got. Some tags. As far as being a YouTube guy, that's all I know. So I'm not one of these guys paying for a team of researchers on how to do all this stuff. But listen, it helps. So if you hit like or you leave, oh God, man, I had tacos for dinner and I'm burping up a storm. Apologies, that is a hot sauce. Just coming up hot. So yeah, we're all over the place, but thank you for being here. That's the goddamn point. Friday night, I did stop smoking weed about an hour ago, so it should get better. I should get more coherent as the night goes on. I know you hate it when I get high. It dries me out too and fucks up with my eyes and my cotton mouth, and I get fatigued. And I do apologize for a long time no shows, but this is the look. I'm going to be honest with you. I've not been 100% since the COVID. I do have the fog. I do have the FAWG fog. What flavor tacos? What world is this? Yeah, I haven't been feeling great. And then yesterday, I was supposed to go have lunch with Paul and Laura from Glasgow, Scotland, who were visiting in Vegas. Longtime fans of the show, friends of mine. And I started vomiting. I think I had food poisoning. And I thought I'd never want Mexican again, but here I was craving it again today. But I threw up. I was throwing up. And if you haven't, you know how like throwing up is? Like you just don't do it for years. And then you vomit and you're like, oh yeah, this is crazy. But you know how you also start feeling better when you vomit, like almost immediately? Now, obviously, it came in waves. But, God, if you're ever sitting there, especially hungover is the worst. Hungover or super drunk, Just go throw up. You'll feel so much fucking better. It's the best. I forget. It's like the number one cure. Hey, I'm Glasgow. That's not a thing that a person can be. Anyway, they were here from Glasgow. I don't know how to Glasgow. It's a lot harsher, and I think you have to be holding a knife while you pronounce it. East Kilbride. I don't know how you do Scotland town. Anyway, the point is, she what the fuck was I talking about? Jesus, this is why I don't even bring weed up here anymore. I can't do it. And I think, and I said this before, I think on a podcast this year already, but I think I'm going to quit. I think this is the year that I might quit weed, at least like on a regular basis. I might do it for holidays and like aunts' funerals. Lots to talk about today. I don't know where to fucking start. Look, so I've been getting a lot of accusational heat. People are calling me a right-wing nut. So I've taken up Twitter. I took years off Twitter. For people that don't know, I think I organically had 7,000 Twitter followers. And then something happened. This is back when, right before Josh Denny started the whole follow for follow shit. But you assholes, I think, I don't remember who the fuck did it. Started buying me followers because you thought it'd be funny for me to beat Josh Denny. I think that was what happened. Because Josh started doing the follow for follow thing, I think. And then you guys started, you wanted me to beat him in followers. So you started buying me. And at one point, I think I had 100. Look back on my... aren't there sites where you can go, check the history of, spikes in, Twitter followers? So you'll see it. So, and this is back when I used to, tweet. And I thought Twitter would be a thing. And then I started seeing, around 2016, 17, 18, somewhere in there. I don't remember when I fucking quit. But I tapered off. I started going all you can do is just get canceled. I had some tweets on there that definitely still do. I don't care. I'm not getting offered the Oscars. You've lost it now for fuck's sake. Decent accent attempt. You've lost it now for fuck. Okay, yeah, I don't know anything. So listen. So yeah, at one point I had 100 something followers, and Twitter does this purge. I don't know where it settled. I think around 30,000 forever. And then I just wasn't tweeting. I imagine some more of them were bots, and then also people just stopped following me because I didn't tweet for years. So now I'm starting to tweet again. I've been diddling for a few months, but I got on there last week and spent a couple hours on there just fucking with people, and it's so insane. Now look, I don't get any interact. I think I have 11,000 followers now, and I get almost no interactions. But it's not for you. I don't care. Come follow me. PMouth on Twitter. Have fun. If you like trolling, it's great because I don't know how Twitter works. So this is all gonna sound dumb as fuck as I try to explain what's happened in the past week because it's fucking hilarious. And I had no idea that this was the world today. But oh my God, when you go on Twitter... and I always use Twitter just to tweet, at this comedy club, or here's a joke. I never, really read Twitter. Holy shit, is that a slice of life? Is that just a peek through the window of the zeitgeist of the world? And goddamn, has everyone lost their motherfucking mind? It's crazy on there. Everyone is so fucking dug in. It's so fucking funny. People have forgotten how to treat each other good and decent. And I think the funniest trend I've noticed, and I know this sounds like a toddler learning to walk for the first time if you guys use Twitter regularly, but I don't. I'm new back on it, and let me just tell you, great work with the toxicity over there. Holy shit. Is it insane? People in the chat, agree. One guy just says I've lost it, and that could be the accent because he's the Glaswegian, or it could be just in my mental state. This guy says Twitter is fucking wild. Yeah, it's crazy. First of all, I forgot this was the only place that allowed nudes, and what reminded me of that is the Adidas official account posted a wallpaper of titties. I retweeted it. Go check P-Melt. Yeah, so that's fucking nuts. Patrick, we don't want to get along anymore. Yeah, that's crazy, though. That's so nuts to me. And the lack of self-awareness is my favorite thing. Specifically, if I have to pick a niche, it's the people expressing to the world their mental illness, bragging about it. I don't know how it works. I got fucking in trouble with comedian Jill Kimmel, who I've never met. We chat from time to time, privately and publicly. And she seems fun. She's a newer comedian, but it is Jimmy Kimmel's sister. We've never met. But so apparently on the Twitter timeline, what just comes up for me on the For You, shit. I imagine how it works is things people you follow come up, or things your friends have replied to pop up. I don't know how any of it works, but things are popping up, and it's just middle-aged women with many, many mental illnesses. Today's I'm having a high pain day. One woman today. This is so fun. Imagine putting this out there for the world. She wrote, ever since Jon Stewart defended Joe Rogan, I can't stop looking up bad things about Jon Stewart. It's these people have no idea what the fuck confirmation bias is, and they're bragging about what you have on your hands there, lady, is called a mental illness. You need to have it checked. We're not fucking around here. You need to check yourselves. And so these things will just pop up in my timeline, okay? Sorry, got a little schlutz. So these things will pop up in my timeline, like this woman, and I just have to go oh, and then another person was I can't stop thinking about this, and every time I do, I want to punch the wall. It's you're mentally ill. You're all mentally ill. Holy shit. Do you see what this woke horseshit has done to your brains? And by the way, let me tell you what you've done to me by making me feel like an insane fucking person. And you'll go on there, and I guarantee, people are calling me right-wing nut from this David Cross thing that I'm leading up to. It's you've all lost the fucking thread. You've all lost your fucking minds. I think when it started, I don't know when it started, but the inability to intellectually, honestly separate the real fucking issue from what you say you want. But what you want is to fight. Case in point, it's Joe Rogan is spreading vaccine misinformation. No one can ever tell me what he said. I've asked. Now, look, he's having doctors on who are saying shit about the vaccine. I don't know. I'm vaccinated. I don't care. Should I think you should be able to listen to adult men talking? Yes. Do I think that anybody out there in the world who thinks it's dangerous for Joe Rogan to podcast is an insane man? You're a liar or you're a retarded baby. You're a liar or you're a retarded baby. Which one is it? Which one is it? Bob Saget knew the truth, and that's why he's dead now. Capiche? So that's a good joke if you get it. Rest in peace, buddy. So I don't know why Capiche is so funny. If you get that, you really are a Full House fanatic. I have a Thai update if you'd like it. Fuck. Yeah, of course. We have a whole Thai section to get to. Let me get to this Twitter. Are you going to be here a while, or do you have to run? This is the table guy, I think. Okay, so just to make it clear, I'm fucking around on Twitter. I'm having a great time. You're all crazy if you're seriously trying to I love the people who are seriously trying to convince. But I love replying to random Karens. That's why I replied to one of Jill Kimmel's friends, I guess. And then she IMs me. Why would you say something mean to one of my best friends? It's I'm saying mean things to people on Twitter. I didn't know who was your best friend. You know what I mean? Imagine me texting everybody I know and going, hey, does anybody know this guy before I roast him? No. I mean, come on. Doesn't make any sense. So I told her, hey, I was just fucking around. I was just fucking around. Oh, my God. Hold on. Oh, God. We'll have to talk about this. Ty Rivera. He said he was in an Isaiah Israel Philip Pareto Tickle Me Comedy Club comedy special documentary. But the guy trying to sell it to Comedy Dynamics never got him to sign a release. When he went back to him, Ty demanded $2,200 or he wouldn't agree to be in the film. Truth. Now, I can't vouch that any of this is true. This is coming in from random in the chat. And again, this guy has gone on at length about tables and booths and conventions. Now, you might say that was Alex Ansel who was saying he had tables. I don't know what the truth is anymore, man. I just repeat shit that I hear. Okay, well, if you say this is true, that he was trying to extort $2,200, it's why don't you use the $1,200 Ralph Tattelli gave you for the? By the way, I do have to apologize too before we get into all the stuff tonight. I was supposed to do a show last Wednesday night. It was supposed to be a very revealing show. This is just on a personal note with me. This show is not a very big show, a shell of its former self, some would say. But I still make a living from it. I still do very well from it. The audio side has thousands and thousands and thousands of downloads. The video side, come on. Please help. Come over to YouTube. We'd love to have you. But I will say this, the hundreds of people who pay the $13 a month that it costs to join the Overdose, use promo code Omicron to save 20%. NobodyLikesOnions.com/Omicron. There's a little, /Overdose. There's a plug. But listen, I take it, as a job. as clearly as I can. I try to be professional with it. I've tried to get the time. I was late tonight, so it's not a good time to say that I'm an on-time person. But you know, I try to put together good stuff. We haven't had guests on in years. The show has turned into a man alone in a room screaming. So I'd like to have some guests on the show. The problem is there's not a giant pool of capable and dedicated people. So the people who like are willing to come, I would love to find a new co-host here in Vegas. We're going to be in Vegas for some time. So I'd love to like find a co-host here in Vegas, but everybody who's like talented enough to do that and committed enough to do that either already does something like that on their own, or has no idea how to do it, and I don't know who they are. Haven't had guests in years. Meanwhile, Alex there was, I've had Alex Ansel, we had Matt Markman, we had a couple friends of the show. I'd like to have more. The problem, what I'm telling you is, I have to 8 hours out start rolling a ball down an alley because I don't do schedules anymore. I don't do we're on Monday, Wednesday, and I get it. That would help too with the viewership, right? If we could say we're on 6 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Mondays and Fridays, or Tuesdays and nights, would all help. I'm just right now. I'm not interested in it. When I want to do a show, we do a show, especially with my current mood swings. But you get the picture. So when we're gonna do a show, late at night, like 10 p.m., 8 p.m., something like that, I want to like prep the YouTube stream, get the graphics up, tweet about it, get it up on Instagram stories. Make sure we're gonna have 20 or 30 people there. I didn't put it up on Instagram story today, and I tweeted it out late. We have 13 people watching right now. That's dog shit. That's dog shit. So of course a regular schedule would help, but the fact is, like, when I book people on the show, 50% of the time they flake last minute. Kool-Aid used to be really bad about this. I've noticed he's made a big difference, a big effort. He also lives a mile away, so there's not many excuses. But a lot of other guests do this kind of behavior. So I was supposed to have Tom Baum, comedian Tom Baum, who I like. He's always been nice to me. I don't know him that well. I don't know his comedy really. But he seems like a cool dude. I've smoked weed with him. We've hung out at several shows. Nice guy. He wants to come on. He's a guy who a couple years ago got in an altercation with Ty Rivera. He hit Ty Rivera in the face. Punched him at a show where they were both on psychedelics, I think. I don't know the full details. Ty told the details on one of his shows. Tom would like to come on and tell the true story. What just happened? I'm not aware of how it works. Someone just bought me a hot dog? I like that. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Your show needs more tables. Bring me in, Squishy. Stop being such a prima donna. What am I being a prima donna about, you little bitch? Josh Denny's going bald and can't break 20 views. That seems hurtful. Leave Josh alone. I'm sick of Josh saying that I send people over to harass him. I don't. I like Josh. I think Josh is funny. He does a lot of stupid shit. So do I. I'm going to keep laughing at it. Oh, a donation. You bought me a hot dog. 99 cents. Super sticker hot dog. Question, when are you visiting Scotland? Never. If you punch tie, you should get your fist checked for STDs. Fucking great bit. Okay, so I'm trying to get Old Tom Bomb. It's like 6 hours out, 4 hours out. Yeah, I should be able to. That might work. My message is going red for hours. It's like, man, I have to plan a day. I have to plan the show and plan my day and night. And as you know, I'm an engagement and a father. So I can't just be willy-nilly weed smoking bachelor guy anymore. I have to plan things out. And I want to do a show at 8 p.m. I'd like to confirm it with you by noon if that's possible. Because I can't have you rolling in at 8:16. This is the thing. Like, none of these fucking people. And by the way, this isn't Tom Bomb specific. Their brains are broken. We don't calculate anything anymore. Go on a podcast and hundreds of people, if not thousands and thousands and thousands of them on this program will hear you. Look, not enough to change your life, but thousands of people will hear you. Okay. Or, no, I got to be across town at a dart bar where I'll be performing for 17 other shitty open micers and 7 other guys who wish the show wasn't happening. It's just true. And they'll put more credence on that bar show and be more on time for that bar show than they will for something like this where thousands of people. It's just a weird, what the fuck just happened now? I don't know how any of this stuff works. If you want to keep giving me money, that's great. If that's what those sounds mean. We read all super chats. I love when channels say that. We read all super chats, but all this guy does is just $1.99 super stickers. This one's a microphone. They don't show up on the screen. So that's great. Good compatibility. In case you're keeping track, that's $2.98 we've made already in this show, which makes us one of the top grossing podcasts
in the world.
What was I talking about? You guys are all over the place. The point is, like, use your fucking heads. He's an Uber driver. Nothing funny about that. Are you still talking about Josh Denny? Let it go. Let it go. Super duper pooper chats. Am I right? Oh, God, we got another one. Oh, wow. $10 super sticker. This is a baby with a lemon head doing dancing with maracas and licking. Bar shows pay the comedians. You take $1, they lose money. No, the whole system is all fucked for like it really is. But like, also like, there's not a lot of comics who can like do a podcast and talk and be interesting. And by the way, I'm not as good without I need a crazy straight man in here. I need a chef. I need somebody like that. So it's very annoying to me because I don't want to be just a guy who screams in a room about how you're all dumb. But that's what it's becoming. And that's what you're going to get tonight. Welcome to the show, everybody. Drink up. Have a time. I am restocking the bar. I went to Costco this weekend. I bought all Kirkland signature whiskey. I wanted to try this And they have, if you think it's just like, oh, they have a vodka and they have a whiskey. No, they have a 12-year Scotch, Kirkland brand. They have, what is this? I'll take a mug, please. $9.99. This guy just donated $9.99 and said, I'll take a mug, please. Do you think this is how ordering things goes? You just chat it. This isn't a bot. I'm not an Alexis. You just like send me $10 and go, I'll take a mug, please. And then it just comes to you by drone. Get bent. Oh, what's this one now? $4.99. Hype. I don't know what's happening. I've never had this many donations. Am I part of a Mr. Beast? Is this a Mr. Beast? This is like what your grandma sounds like. Yeah, so they have 12-year Scotch. I got a thing of their vodka. I got the Tennessee, whatever the Jack Daniels equivalent is. I got the tequila. I'm gonna have a Kirkland signature bar test. What is the future of NLO? Oh, someone also says the Scotch was not that bad. What just happened now? Did we get another one? Holy shit. I don't know who Huck Kerensky is, but they're definitely winning in the donation department. And they're, whoa, more is happening. The Scotch was not too bad. What is the future of NLO? Well, okay, so yeah, I would like to honestly find a co-host person. But again, so this has to be a person who's got regular availability, who's also naturally funny on a microphone, who's willing to work for little to no money to help build something from the ground up. You get all t-shirt revenue with your face on it. Costco has grape booze. I bet it comes from a distillery that's not dissimilar to the ones that brand names use, if not the exact same ones. Huck Kersenski, thank you for your service. It's $20 now for 2 mugs. Can we get the bids to go higher? Will anybody get 4 mugs? Will anyone step up? 2 mugs for 20, 4 for 50. Will anybody do it? I know a guy in a mobility scooter. He's been doing stand-up 6 years in Vegas. He'd be a swell straight man. You bring him in, or I'll give you such a swirly. See, like guys like this, you know, we can't be trusting their word. And by the way, who are you talking? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about this Billy Ford fella? Because I can't. First of all, a mobility scooter, okay? You think I work in an OSHA ADA approved facility? I'm not rolling a man into my house. First of all, I want you to tell me if you think I'm a fucking idiot. I roll another grown man. How old is this man? 40, 30? Doesn't matter. I'm rolling another man into my house to make people laugh on my internet show, and then I have to roll him out. I'm cucked in that sitch. Do you understand that? Do you understand how that cucks me? Do you think I'm wheeling a man in and out? Dylan Dillagaff. Google him, you poop. I shall not. I backflipped the scooter before. Keep us posted, man. Hire a homeless spa boy / co-host. Interesting. Thanks for the donation, Roger Rodriguez. I'll be sending you a quarter of a mug. Yeah, I can't be wheeling a grown man in and out. It's insane to think that would be the fact that you think that would be acceptable for me to do. Like that wouldn't make me look bad means you're not really in touch with my brand. My brand is not helping disabled. He has a funny YouTube animated version of him on a scooter. Go look at it before you judge. No. I'm good. I'm done looking at all cart scoots. Helping the disabled is not being cucked. Look, on a principle level, I agree with you. Like in general, like opening a door at a Macy's for a wheelchair-bound man is not being cucked, but opening your home, helping a grown man upstairs in a chair, that is peak cuck. I can't. And then you find out he's fucking your fiance and he's been using you to help him get up and down the stairs to fuck your girl. And he's been using you to pump his broken little body in and out of your bitch. You didn't know. You thought you were helping him plunge a toilet, but your girl was on the other side and he's just pounding away at her while you hold him by his pants loops like an 8-year-old boy who's in trouble but trying to run from his mom. You tell me that's not cuck. You helping shove. You helping hold his little you helping hold his little non-working because of his broken nervous system dick firm, helping him thumb it into your fucking wife. You think that's not being cucked? You thumbing a homeless scooter boy's dick into your soft, wet hole of a wife. You think that's not being cucked? Fuck. What the fuck is this? Your bodice is 55% poop and getting poopier. You watch the clip. NLO supports all diverse backgrounds. Yeah, Wendy's will never allow someone on the program who's disabled. You cannot sell hamburgers to disabled people. Yeah, he got a point. You ever see these guys in wheelchairs? All they have is straws. And you can't even eat, I'll tell you this from experience, you can't even eat a Wendy's Frosty through a straw. That's why they give you a spoon. That's why they give you a spoon. Are you that insecure? Yeah, and also these are just the rules of physics. If you help a man fuck your wife by pumping his little Levi's in and out of her soft snatch, who's this? Joshua Harrison Comedy. I'll drive out from Phoenix and co-host for one hat and a mug. Oh, Joshua Harrison Comedy. Let's give him a look up. Let's give this guy a chance. YouTube, Joshua Harrison Comedy. You wanted it. You got it. bam, bam, bam.
We got one!
Josh Harrison comedy. Here it is, everybody. 16 subs, 2s of views. No, this can be fine. I don't expect first of all, I don't expect every comedian to have to come in hot. You're an ableist. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. Does that mean I prefer people who are able-bodied? No one wants to wheel you around. I'm sorry. You're a burden. I'm sorry. I'll treat you the same in all settings. I'll even go above and beyond for you in public. And if you're my friend, look, if I had a wheelchaired friend, I would invite them to my parties. But I don't. Why don't I? Because I would never talk to one of those people. Ever. I'm not looking for something to do on the weekends, okay? And that includes roll you around from chore to chore. Because you know what that sounds like to me? A chore that never ends. It's like racist for disabled people. Yep, then. Yep. Oh, you'll look him up, but no, cripply lives in Vegas. You schmo fart. Yeah, we can't listen to this man anymore. That's crazy. No, I am kidding, of course. Disabled people are just like you and me, only way less useful and way more of a pain. Oh, fuck. Best dad joke ever told. Comedian Joshua Harrison. This has 120 views. Why is there no sound?
You guys are a cute couple. How long you guys been together? A few months. Like he didn't even know. He's like, this is Tuesday, dog.
We already have a miracle. No, I'm kidding.
A few months, that's cool. You call him daddy in the bedroom? Who said you did that? Was that you? Oh, you're Hispanic. Do you call him Poppy in bed? Or maybe you're Catholic. Do you call him Father?
Best dad joke ever
in the world.
I don't know about all that. Let's give him another shot. We need to do recent. Well, that was 7 months ago. Comic loses crowd and brings them back. This is the same show. Oh, man.
Vaccinated? I feel like you'll never ask a dude with a man bun if he's vaccinated. He's like, yeah. Yeah, dude with a man bun don't give a fuck about shit. Yeah, so, you're not vaccinated. I know that you're eating asshole too. You know, that's good. Yeah, I'll lick an asshole like I'm trying to get the wrinkles out of it.
That's pretty funny.
I'll just get done and my girlfriend won't even recognize her own asshole. She'll be like, whose asshole is this? Did you bring this?
Oh, we got Tim C. spurging out in the chat. Hey, Tim. I'm going to need you to keep up if you're going to keep being in the chat for this fucking show. Or maybe it's not for you. Okay? Man, this is getting weird. Do you not understand what a scooter is? You don't wheel him around. Visit the golf course. He drives himself. God. Fine. To be fair, you literally just asked for co-suggestions. Was just trying to. We're fucking with you, Tim. We're fucking with you. Do you think I really shove cripples off cliffs if people are looking? Fuck. Pedal sensitive somewhere else. I'm not here for this. Get real. I'm sure your crippled friend is fucking hilarious. And Joshua, not bad. Not many clips to pick from. I would never attack a comic based on any one show. That's so stupid. Unless I'm just roasting them. And by the way, if I did just tear your comedy apart, learn to just go like, fuck, he's fucking around. I'm doing a show. None of this is real. I don't care about any of it. Stop being hurt by everything. This is another trend I've noticed on Twitter. It's just grown men, babies. And I mean pussies. Bring that word back. Not just for hats anymore. Fuck. Grow a thicker skin. Not everything is about you. Nobody gives a fuck about you. We don't. We don't. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't not give a fuck about you. If you were drowning in an ice puddle, I'd hold out a branch. I'm not actually arguing with you about Scooter Chuckle Guy. I don't care. If he wants to be a co-host on the show, he'd be a co-host. Any comic that recognized the opportunity would. You might be awful, and then I gotta tell you that you're fucking awful. Ugh. And the worst part is you can't even tell by somebody's stand-up. You know what I mean? Like, because you can do stand-up and be great and not be able to fucking carry on a conversation or be funny off the cuff. Thank you, long-time listener. Oh, that's sweet. I don't, like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you got to get real with that kind of stuff. I can backflip both motorized and non-motorized scooters. No, now you're just bragging. About stuff. Okay, so I got into a fight with bring back Hollywood Adam. Come on. Don't drag his name. So I've been like Twitter trolling and stuff, and I go on Twitter and I tweeted. I was always a big fan of David. So David Cross, just so you know, just to set the table a bit. David Cross. I actually have always been a pretty big fan of David Cross. Things that he has done. Now, he's super left-wing woke guy. But I don't care about somebody's politics. If you're funny, you're funny. He had an album after 9/11 that was one of the funniest fucking comedy albums I've ever heard in my life, probably. He tells stories and paints pictures. He's a very, very funny dude. And I also find him very funny comedically as an actor. Mr. Show, deep dive stuff like the increasingly poor decisions of Todd Margaret. If you haven't seen the increasingly poor decisions of Todd Margaret, mwah, great. Now he kind of fell off for me. I'm not a super fan anymore, so I'm not like keeping up with David Cross. And again, I'm not really a Twitter guy, so I didn't follow him on Twitter or anything like this. But I don't know the etiquette, you know. I haven't been on Twitter in years. I've weaseled down to a measly 11,000 followers who are expecting nothing from me, and I'm just going on there going nuts, trolling, talking to people, but I noticed that David Cross has a new special coming out. Jokes from a time land before time. And he's going on a podcast tour, if you will, media tour, to plug it. He's going on podcasts he's never been on before and has no idea about. Everything from Cumtown to Segura. Okay? He's going on these podcasts that are fucking like real podcasts that don't censor themselves. And we got David Cross, who's, you know, the voice of some of your daughter's favorite characters in Ice Age 6, who's got to watch everything that comes out of his mouth because of that Disney paycheck. Does a lot of stuff, you know, but, you know, let's be realistic. The guy's got to keep working. He's not, you know, Jim Norton rich. So I just tweeted, and I don't know the etiquette again. I'm new to Twitter. Do you tag people when you talk about them? Do you not tag people when you talk about them? I feel like I'm not hiding it. If you want to search for David Cross's name when I type it, you can. That way, if you want to read what people are saying about you, you can. Tagging you feels like I'm tapping you on the shoulder to go like, hey, I'm about to talk some shit about you. Watch. And then just saying my opinion. So what I wrote, because what I noticed on these podcasts is David Cross is used to Comedy Bang Bang, one of the most garbage overproduced podcasts in existence. Okay? It was very popular up to 2015. Okay? And then everybody and their mom started doing real podcasts. Okay? So Comedy Bang Bang is a lot of talented people. I'm not attacking the people again. But that podcast is Scott Awkwardman, heavily produced sketches and talking point conversations that'll bore you to sleep. NPR level shit, you know. Just safe space conversations. Like nothing intriguing, nobody's idea. And say whatever you want about Whoopi Goldberg, Stein. She shouldn't be fired or kicked off the fucking View for sharing her opinion, her view. Because what are we saying? What we're saying is what we'd like the View to be is 5 boring hens sitting around a table all in agreement about, you know, whatever the fuck they're talking about that week. I don't know how the Holocaust came up. Probably because they were calling a Trump supporter a Nazi. You've all lost your fucking way. If you're still into Trump, you're out of your mind. If you're still into Biden, if you were ever into Biden, you're out of your mind. I understand people who had hope that Trump was going to shake shit up. Coming in from the outside, whatever. Anybody who thought Biden was going to come in and save you, you're a fucking idiot and you got played. And by the way, I assume you're the same soft dads made of the same sad cope Kevlar that David Cross is made of, where you're all just fucking in a corner worrying yourselves to death with your masks on. And by the way, I give no shit. Wear your mask, don't wear your mask. We got rid of them finally in Nevada. I'm over the goddamn moon about it. It affects me. So I've been following all these politicians in Nevada and fucking with them. I like it. It's therapeutic for me. I'm trolling on Twitter. Come on out and see me. Sounded Canadian. So I tweeted David Cross. It basically the truth. I was always a big at David Cross fan, but watching him uncomfortably navigate long conversations while visibly running everything through filters in his brains, every thought through filters in his brain before speaking is exhausting. Get well soon, dude. It's fine. Just talk. Fuck. Now, I expected nothing out of this. I don't care. But David motherfucking Cross retweeted it and added, LOL, I've been called every name in the book and gotten negative comments forever, but this is the first time someone's giving me shit for being thoughtful. Now, this is not genuine. Like, I had to come back at him. So then, of course, by the way, this is whatever opinion you've had. Whatever, hold on, what is this guy saying? Fuck yeah. Whatever opinion you have on David Cross, you have 14 people. You have 14 people streaming. This guy makes no sense now. You've been streaming for an hour and said nothing. Thank you. Thank you very much. I take that as a compliment. It means I can really spin gold when I have to out of goddamn nothing. And by the way, thousands of dollars in donations, including another one just now from Mr. Huck Kurinsky. I backflipped across while on a scooter. While wearing David Cross on a cross again on a motorized scooter. If you want to pay me $5 every time to tell a dumb joke, that's fine. Oh, God, this guy's losing his shit. We got a guy spurging out in the chat, everybody. Get out! Fuck, that was close. Active shooter sitch. I've been watching 30 seconds and I've worked that out. Who are you to lecture about not having a filter? I'm Patrick Melton. I'm the guy who was telling you all about it. That's fine. Stick around. You'll get into it. I know. Look, it's not for every person's brain. Tim C's having a real tough time in the chat too. Okay? He's having a real tough time processing it. And we're not for everybody. But I think he's either in a nap or in a corner recharging himself like a goddamn Roomba. So stick with it. Maybe you'll hear a story that's kind of fun. Kind of you're in England, so I guess it's early there. Wake up. Take this as trash talking rather than real rudeness. What are you talking about? I don't know what any of this means. Real rudeness? You're in a YouTube chat room. Get real. No one thinks you're real rude. Do you guys? People watch my chat. People watch my Twitter and think I'm angry all the time. It's like, this is not real. None of this is real. I get bored of minor social beefs, but like I said, nothing's worse than a heckler, so I'm gonna try to drop that. Oh, I don't mind. I don't care. We're all having. You're part of this, and this isn't a beef. It's crazy. One of the key moments for me, just to give you an instance of what I'm talking about. It's not that he can answer questions when he got asked fucking like fanboy softball underhanded horseshit. When Tom and Christina go like, we've been watching you for so long. What was it like to do this on Mr. Show? You know what I mean? Of course he can fucking answer those questions without thinking. They were talking about BBC. And if you don't know what that is, it's Big Black Cock. And Tom was talking to him about something like, what if it's like what if you had like a giant, just huge big black cock? And you watch David Cross just, What now, when you say black, do you mean color or racial? Is this a racial? It's like Motherfucker, you've been talking about big black dick. You were talking about it on a black guy. He's talking about what you've been talking about. You've got to watch this fucking idiot run it through his fucking filter. He's got to sit there and go like, oh, no. And you did it several times. Anything came close to a fucking third rail. You got to watch this phony run it through. And by the way, yeah, you don't need comics running shit through filters. You don't. He's saying this like it's virtuous. Like, God forbid I be thoughtful when I'm speaking. No. I had to fire back with another tweet. Anyone trying to reframe this old stutter brain pauses. Now I'm getting mean. As thoughtfulness is confused. He acts like an alien who's never had conversations before. And if you think we need comedians running their true opinions through filters before they speak, we have Nevatroa for that. Trevor Noah. What universally agreed upon by comics is one of the most unfunny people in the business. No one takes him seriously. No one. He's a puppet. He's hosting the White House press dinner. It's garbage. He's a safe dullard. If you're not believing that, you're lying or you're retarded. Get out of the chat. Any fan of Trevor Noah's is a fucking idiot. I mean that. I mean it. You're out of your goddamn mind. Tim C. piping up to fire back. Good job, Joshua Ross. He's a poop tonight. Oh, come on, Tim. Take a lap around the table. We'll all be fine. We're all going to work this out. So this guy is I'm a nobody. We've established that with Josh's comments tonight in the chat. But this guy has to like repost and again, I guess I'm not supposed to tag him. And then I tweeted about Kate Quigley, and another guy tagged her and was like, say her name, tag her when you talk shit. And it's like, I got yelled at last time I did that. I'll do whatever the right thing to do is, but look, when I see Josh Denny tweeting celebrities, I think it's cringe as fuck. I don't think I have the right to tap a celebrity on the shoulder and go, I've got some feedback. So I shouldn't do that again. That was a mistake. So I made a joke because we're all wondering what happened to Tom Saget. And I said, does anybody know where Kate Quigley was when Bob Saget hit his head and fell asleep? And then I said, LOL, JK, she's great. Now, she allegedly killed several people with cocaine laced with fentanyl. The jury's still out. JK, there have been no charges. She's walking the earth doing shows. Now, I've never met her and I don't know her. And already what I've just said about Kate Quigley tonight, people would go like, he was talking shit. It's like, I'm not saying anything that isn't true and or, like publicly rumored. You almost died. 3 other people did. There's a rumor that you didn't call the cops right away and tried to cover it up. Apparently that you like taking hush money from Hootie and part of his blowfish. These are all like public, TMZ type rumors. I don't care. I don't know you. If they're true, it's fucked up. I don't think you killed Bob Saget. I'm a comedian. I was making a joke. I met Trevor when he did stand-up. He was very nice. See, this is what people say when people are not funny. Agreed. He was very nice. Yeah. I'm telling you, find me a comic who's like, Trevor knows one of the sharpest writers of our time, and I'll show you a man who deserves to be upside down in a trash bin. Or a woman. Or Aziz Ansari. I just want you to know that you're not supposed to live in a world where we're not supposed to live in a world where I don't like, where I notice that David Cross can't talk and he's aware of it. That's not supposed to happen unless he wants to be. I think the perfect dividing line of not talking shit behind someone's back and being rude is just typing out their full real name. Now, you might say, Patrick, you wrote Nevatroa. I was high and being funny. Or thought I was. Am I right, everybody? So then I didn't tag Kate Quigley in a little quip, and then I got yelled at, and somebody tagged her. So now Kate Quigley probably thinks I'm an asshole, but it's like, okay, I guess I am by the definition of asshole. I'm done. Not. Come on. You want to do another one? You want me to tell you another one that I think is crazy? Okay. I'm a big fan of the, not a big fan. I don't watch every episode, but I'm a fan of the Flagrant 2 podcast. This is Schultz, Andrew Schultz, and Aakash Singh. I like them. I like that show. It's an interesting show. Good people. Andrew Schultz has a ton of YouTube content, constantly putting out new YouTube content on his tour. Had a special, had a Netflix show, did the Girl Code stuff. If you don't know him, he's a known comic. But we're getting to the point where, like, I don't mean it as an insult, but nobody knows who anybody is anymore. You know what I mean? Like, everyone simultaneously knows who Mr. Beast is, and also no one knows who Mr. Beast is. Does that make sense? Great. So he's been teasing, Aakash has been teasing for weeks this special. I filmed my special. I'm releasing my special. This special word now for comics means almost nothing. If another, 2-year open micer tells me they've got a special on YouTube, you know what I mean? There's a comic here in Vegas. You figure it out. I'm not coding it too hard. This guy's like a road feature. He's like running classes, coaching comedians, writing workshops, charging one-on-one to meet with you and punch up your shit. Check out my new special. Like, it looks like ass. Have you seen specials? Have you seen specials? Fuck. I'd love to take your class. See you next time you're featuring in Ohio. Wow. Everyone's got to fucking hustle. Nothing is real. Never have we lived in a better time to just grift. And I'm not saying that's what Aakash Singh did. But for months he plugged this special. Now look, I don't know how long he's done comedy. I find him very funny. I think he's intelligent. I haven't listened to a lot of his Rogan yet, but this is my point. This dude pulled out all the stops. He made the media rounds. All these shows, kind of like a David Cross tour, but less, but also more. He did Rogan, had Andrew Schultz, all these guys vouch for him and get him on Rogan. And by the way, not saying he would have never been on Rogan or shouldn't be on Rogan. Again, I like the guy. The reason it's kind of crazy is because he dropped his special 4 days late, 3 days late of teasing it. And it's 20 minutes long. And a minute of it is intro and outro. You know, high fives, and we did it. So it's 19 minutes of stand-up. This should have been cut up into clips and released on your YouTube channel. You'd still make a lot of money. I feel like telling your fans you were releasing a special, putting out 19 minutes of content, running around to Rogan, running around to other big shows, pulling all these strings for this 19-minute special, you kind of fucking blew your load, dude. I would have either saved up and written an hour or 50 minutes, or I would have put this out into bite-sized chunks. And it was filmed several different angles, mic capabilities, in lighting situations at different clubs, different sets. And not in the way like Todd Barry does it, not in the way like Adam Sandler does it. So I'm not, look, again, this is not a knock on the content of the special or anything like that. It's weird that you pulled out all the stops for this and then flopped a third of a special on the table. And by the way, it's over 1 million views, 1.3 million views. It's personal. I think, stuff about growing up Indian or whatever. So it's from what I hear, it's good material. I haven't watched it all, as you can see from the YouTube. But again, God, let's say you had one bullet to get on Rogan, and I'm not saying he will never get on Rogan again, or he might, but you might not. You're that kind of guy, right? Like where you might not get on Rogan again. You might not. It's like well, I'm not going to say that. Oh, Patrick, you just filtered something. Yeah, it wasn't painful. And it wasn't because of fucking political correctness. I don't want that fight right now. Don't bug me about it. But I like the guy. I'm not trying to shit all over his fucking special. Maybe just put those out as teasers, or just get busy writing. Get busy writing. You live in New York City. Imagine you can go up anywhere. So just get busy writing the new shit. It's hard for me here. I got to write shit and just go up at pro shows and do it. I'm not hitting up these open mics. I ain't trying to find out if a bit's good or not at midnight inside of a lounge off Tropicana. Come on. What are you learning from that? Nothing. You're sitting around with 14 other comics circle jerking. And by the way, that has its place when you're starting out. It's fucking fun. And some of those shows I imagine are good or will get good, but the majority of them dog shit. And just be honest about that. I don't know where everything got you can't say anything negative ever because you might hurt someone's feelings. What? That's not illegal. Trouble in Vegas acts like a fucking horny juvenile teen. You seem dumb as fuck. Dude, you're going to piss him off. Good. I don't give a shit. Show up. Dude, if I see you out there, you better not be a chicken and run for me. I'm not running anywhere, but I'm not fighting you, dummy. I'm gonna let you hit me, and I'm gonna sue you into oblivion like a Jew. Too good for wise guys? You see, Ty hosted a Wise Guys open mic last week. Woo! No, Wise Guys actually here is good. I heard that open mic is pretty decent from my buddy Chris Waldeck, who I like. I'm a Waldeck fan. But this whole thing we've like everyone's like I love the Joe Rogan's white supremacist Nazi. It's like, okay, we're out of ideas. Fucking hell. All the Canadian truckers are white supremacist Nazis. CNN wrote that the Canadian truckers were waving Confederate flags. By the way, that country could come to an end any minute. Truth bombs. Is there no live stream from the trucker thing? Live stream from the trucker thing. Let's see. Popping off. Live stream from the trucker thing. They cleared them out, man. They're pushing them out of there. What do you think about Rich Voss? Holy shit, is he not funny? He was just in Vegas. Oh shit. I don't know if I agree with that. Rich Voss can be very funny. He can be very unfunny. So I don't know. Look, I haven't worked with Voss in 11 years. And I haven't seen him perform. Like, just been at a club where we're on the same lineup and I caught his set in 4 or 5 years. Since I lived in New York. So, yeah, I don't know, but he can be very, very funny. Steve Burns, super funny, super gracious. He was here last night. He's good. Yeah. Super funny, super gracious. I was on a tour called the Jameson Comedy Tour in 2006. With Billy Gardell, Steve Byrne, Burt Kreischer, and Nick Griffin, who's also very funny. And Steve Byrne couldn't do a lot of the weeks. He was flying in and out, in and out. So he was the one I got to work with the least. But I think it was at the time he was doing a show. He was like, he had a part. He had some show where he like owned a bar or something. I don't know. Either way, yeah, he's a very nice guy, generous in real life. Can't say anything bad about that dude. God, I was fat as fuck too. I should find the photos from the Jameson Comedy Tour. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on. You guys will shit your titties when you see how fucking... You think I'm fat now? Huh. You don't know what fat is, bitch. This is my Bob Saget photo. That's a lot of nudes. Where do I... These are old photos, so I'd have to really hunt. Yeah, fuck. I'm never going to find that off the cuff. Either way, they're great. Sullivan and Son was his show. Yeah, I know him through Gary Cannon. Gary broke me into stand-up in 06. Okay, well, that's fine. Can we talk about our buddy Ty Rivera, the greatest LGBTQIAPP plus comedian
in the world?
Ty posted, this is great. You're going to love this. Have a look. Opinions expressed are solely my own and not approved by people tagged in the post. So this is Monday, Valentine's Day, 1:15 a.m. I took Ryan Barassa, and I'm not, look, Ryan Barassa, this dude Ty Rivera is out of dudes. He's got open mic bottom barrel feeders sucking his little dick. And he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck whether you've got the time or not. Do you have a car? Can you drive him and his shitty little dog to a gig? Listen to, and by the way, anybody who's been doing comedy over 10 years will laugh their ass off at this. You're an open micer. You might go, wow, hey, one day I'll be good enough to. Anyone with any experience who's worked at all will be laughing their ass off at this shit. I took Ryan Barassa with me to Hallandale, California, and he did exactly what I needed him to do. We were performing. Well, get you a fucking Fresca. We were performing in an outdoor tent. Wow. We were performing in an outdoor tent. I'm gonna move it on up. Yeah. It was cold, and due to a malfunction, we had no spotlight. But that's what I was there for. Producer D Burdett. Okay, D used to work. I've known D for 12, 13 years. A lot of people know her longer than that if you've been in LA comedy. She used to work at the Improv in Hollywood and has always been bouncing around the comedy scene. I like D. I got nothing against D. Ty's got her fooled. She does so much shit for Ty. Well, Ty does a lot for me. It's like great. It's always great to have a fucking toxic piece of shit around to do things for you. Not only has 30 years experience in comedy, she started young. She is my family. And for all the mess people talk about me, I will excel on any stage and through any circumstances. You're lying. We've seen you do 2 hours separately. They were awful. Awful. Worse than bombs. Bad. Bob, Rita, D. Yeah. And Aaron, maybe you're thinking of. There was also Eric. Eric and Aaron were in The Office. Okay, either way, we're not here to talk about the old Improv. Okay. I'm not worried about the size of the audience, lighting, and if it comes down to it, the sound. Turns out the sound was great. The audience was small but fun. And while the lighting needs some tweaking, it worked out. We all needed it too. But as I said, this is what we were there for. This is the first show at this location because of my unshakable nature. I'm the perfect comic to work out kinks with. As far as Ryan goes, I'm especially impressed because I knew he would work through all those factors and did the same way I did and would get the job done and did what he did. Now, also keep in mind, for his own personal reasons, Ryan hasn't been able to go up very much lately. And also because for a minute, Ryan's a mess. Ryan's always homeless, looking for a room to rent. And by the way, I'm not saying that makes you a bad person. He's a mental health nut. He's a woke SJW. Sorry, I had a stroke. Twink. This is a soy boy through and through. Liar. A fucking piece of shit liar. By the way, the more good these motherfuckers act, the worse pieces of shit they are as humans. Again, I use bad languages. You might say I'm shitting all over people. Oh, I'm such an asshole. Meet me out in person, motherfucker. I'm the nicest man ever. I'll buy you a drink. Ryan is a lying piece of shit. I've seen him do it about me. I've seen him do it about others. I've seen him do it about his YouTube channel. And if you call him out on it, blocked. This is how you know. These people are fucked, man. These people are fucked. Like they're so used to living in a world where no one challenges them because they sound like they're on the side of like, I'm sick of people going like, oh, you don't support BLM? No, it's a shady, grifting organization. Oh, was I right? Oh, yeah, but so you don't think black people matter? Yeah, that's what I said, dummies. Keep donating, idiots. Oh, you're all fucking just tools. Get out of town. Fuck. I go out in the real world and I'm like, that's why it's so funny that people buy into all the garbage on the news and Twitter and everything. It's like, the world's fine. Go outside. Everyone's nice to everybody for the most part. Everyone gets along. It doesn't matter the race, the sex, the gender, the hair color. Nobody gives a fuck if you want to wear a leather mask around the grocery store and call yourself a dog. No one gives a shit. We will make an Instagram reel about you. It's funny. You're a human pretending to be a dog. That's crazy, dog. You have to respect my... No, I don't. No, I don't. You're batshit. That's what we used to call it when my dad would pee at the same time as me. Remember when you used to pull up side saddle to your old papa at the toilet? You'd both whip out your dicks and your dad'd be like, don't worry, son, yours will be like this one day. And then he'd put your hand around it just to feel the girth. Anyone? Fuck, man. So, like, also, which is it? Okay? Which is it? You know? Make up your mind. Are you the only comic that could have handled this? Yeah, the lighting didn't work. We were in a tent. Nobody showed up. But I'm the only comic. That's what I was there for. I was hired because I'm the consummate professional and one of the only comics in the world that could handle that situation. By the way, I brought one of the greenest, newest comics in the world with me. And he did the same thing. Which is it? Which is it? You know? Do you have to be super talented and experienced and only a few comics could have pulled this off? You and Todd Barry? Or can any opaque open micer go up on stage and do the same goddamn thing? Oh, wait. They can. They can. That's why he did. You eat at your own argument in the same paragraph. Nothing went right. Luckily, I was there and I handled it perfectly. So did this new guy. Fuck. Okay. Coincidentally, some of the same people tried to bully me off the scene. Now, oh, hold on. I think this was a shot at me, Jocelyn Sharp, and Kool-Aid, who he accused of trying to bully him off the scene. It's like, bitch, I never talked one Word to you. You came to me, bitch. You brought this party to me. You waved your flag and said, hey, look, I'm an insane nightmare on my Facebook feed. You did it to me on my thread. Then you argued with yourself and blocked yourself. And I went, holy shit.
We got one!
And for almost 2 years now, I've been watching you self-destruct in life and in your career. And by the way, we're talking to a guy who, if you remember, a year and a half ago, this is before losing every friend and show in town. He's hosting at Wise Guys now. That's insane. He'll be out of there within the month, guaranteed. We're talking about a guy who lost his apartment because he couldn't afford it, now renting a room with probably, if I had to guess, an open micer. And also a guy who, remember, is in his late 60s himself and wants to provide for his old papa in old age. It's my dream to take care of my dad through stand-up comedy. It's like, holy shit. He's almost dead. No amount of wrapping her van by your mom is going to save old dad. You better fucking put a pine box on layaway. I just hope to help old dad. It's like, bitch, you can't pay your own rent. The box you live in is getting smaller and smaller. How are you going to put old dad in one? The fuck you talking about? Old dad.
Oh, no.
Reminder to join the Overdose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Use promo code Omicron and save 20% off. Support the show. You'll get a discount. You'll get access to our back catalog. Of course, bonus shows. Stuff that you won't see live. Fuck. Promo code Omicron. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. This is unreal when you see the photo of this. Oh, so he was trying to attack Jaws and I think. Hold on, let me get back to this. Now, also keep in mind that some of the same people in comics just Friday night, it was Saturday, by the way, Laugh After Dark, shout outs to them. Some fuck no, losing it because he keeps capitalizing everything for no reason. Keep in mind that some of the same people in comics just Friday night were working in a beautiful outdoor, practically perfect room. Circumstance on Fremont Street and still couldn't get the job done. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I certainly didn't have my strongest set ever, but I ripped it to shreds. I ripped it. I won't make a judgment about any other sets of the night. But I don't know what you're talking about. That show's always a banging show. I think I had a great set, if not the set of the night. I went first. Ripped it. Fucked around. Had a great time. Heard the bookers were dying. Had Ty's friend. I had a friend of Ty. God, I only remember a last name. Starts with an S. I had a friend of Ty's pull me out in the hallway. Actually, I pulled him out in the hallway because we were talking too loudly. I didn't want to disrupt the show. I'm very professional. I'm not screaming from the back like Crumb. Say that you can't tell Ty this, but I'm a fan of what you do. It's hilarious. He's mentally ill. Everyone knows he's mentally ill. Everyone knows he's nuts. Everyone hates him. I'm not worried about it. He's at Wiseacres. Okay. He won't be there for long. Watching this motherfucker clown himself into thinking he's successful is one of the funniest chapters of my life. Watching him lose all his friends, watching him systematically be banned from room after room after room in Las Vegas while several times being punched in the head. You know how mad you have to be to get someone to punch you in person? That's crazy sauce. And now he's moved out of his loft apartment, which is like the cheapest apartment at that complex. It's a no bedroom. It's a loft. It's a studio loft. Getting kicked out of that and having to shove all his furniture and write a post about it. I'm going to move my whole place's furniture into one room now. How's Dad again? Jesus. Who are you talking to? We're watching a man die slowly. And his dad. You talk about getting a part-time job at an ice cream store and then keep telling everybody how you don't need it. Okay. You keep telling everybody how all you do is keep getting asked to film special after special after special when we've covered what some of these specials look like. Meanwhile, on social media, these are the bangers you're posting. You're in a dark tent. I did shows in Kuwait and Djibouti, Africa. I did shows in Abu Dhabi, Jakarta, and fucking what's the oh fuck. The point is, in the Middle East, I've done shows that look better than this. Holy shit. I'm the only one who could do it. Well, me and a nobody that I brought. I'm sorry, he brought me. He drives. Wow. Wow. Fuck. And then he goes over to his YouTube channel and has to post this. The importance of doing tough rooms. 4 minutes long.
Yeah,
I imagine he got home and had to cope. Had to fire up the camera and immediately cope. You ready to see a man cope getting dropped off 1 a.m. Coping it up.
Talk about the importance of tough rooms. Hey guys, do me a favor. Before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. What's up, everybody? Ty Rivera here, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world, giving a little bit of founding fathers vibes right now with this hair. I don't know what's happening. We could talk about it another time. Anyway,
let's not.
Back with another Comedy Tip Tuesday. I wanted to talk about the importance of doing tough rooms. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this was because I was recently on Facebook's Displaced Comedians group, and I saw somebody had posted, and I'm paraphrasing here, what do you do when you get to an open mic and it's a place that people like to stop after work and they're really not paying attention?
Why are there 30 cuts already? We are 44 seconds in, and we have so many fucking cuts in this video. It's insane. Okay.
All to the comedy. And one comment that got on my nerves and stuck out to me, and I actually responded to, was one person saying, you take the...
I don't mean this in a bad way, but there's not a comment any one of you could say on the internet at me. And by the way, on any platform. On any platform. That's going to really get to me. I don't know. Maybe there is. Try, I guess. I can't imagine. It's like, once you have an understanding of what the fuck, like maybe I've been doing it too long. You know, I got hate mail back when it was unpopular. But like, if you correctly have a balance in your life and you've put the internet into the correct box, there's not a lot that can hurt you from the end. Oh, did a guy on a thing that isn't real say something? Again, this is what you're all afraid of. You're all afraid of this. This is Adult men on CNN afraid of Joe Rogan speaking. It's crazy. It's crazy. You being an adult person who's I won't get into that. Oh, filtered. Back to this train wreck. You didn't even have time to do the lights right. The hair's
producer
fucked.
aside and let them know that this may not be the best room for comedy. Shut your mouth. Please stop. Because I personally think that doing the tougher rooms are what will make you actually good at doing stand-up. They'll help you in so many ways that deciding that not only is that not right for you, if it's not right for you, if you're not built for it, then don't do it. But don't talk to the producer and try to make it so nobody can do this room now or so that the room doesn't exist anymore. Because that to me is like saying that I'm not a video game person, right? But let's say that I was talking about video games and I was like, I think that this level is entirely too hard.
This is, again, he just spent the weekend with Ryan Barassa. Ryan Barassa is a huge video game nerd. This is all on his mind. Ty Rivera's channel is watching Arrested Development occur in real time. It's watching a boy, a real man boy, discover things that like everyone else figured out as a teen. Like basic social interactions, things like that. It's watching him discover them in his late 60s and then do little like tip videos to try to like share his wisdom bits with you, the viewer. Ty is a real boy. Sorry. So he'll come on and be like, the gist of this whole video is, by the way, what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. You got to do the tough rooms because if you can do well in the tough rooms, you'll do great in the easy rooms. It's like, first of all, that's not true. It's also Frank Sinatra. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. These aren't real valuable tidbits, Ty. We don't need you in the poorest resolution in the poorest room ever, making a record of this bit of info. Anyone who's adulted knows what you're saying here. But we have to sit down and listen to you fucking cope it out. This is insane. You also clearly had an awful set and you're trying to make yourself feel better days later about it.
And I'm going to go ahead and hit up the manufacturer, the developer that actually made this game and let them know that nobody should be able to play this level because this level can't be played at. And the truth is, tough rooms are really how you get better. Tough rooms are how you will bond with other comedians over how much you hated those audiences or how tough they were. They're also how you'll get used to the dead spots that you'll have every once in a while.
Thanks for the donation, super chat.
With you, or sometimes the audience is ordering
Currency.
so they're not paying attention to you. And these kinds of rooms, these tougher rooms, will help you keep your composure in those moments where it does actually matter because you're actually.
Do you hear the panic?
And whether you like what's happening in the room or not, you have to.
This is not a normal person. Why are you in? By the way, always just look at those eyes. This is not how a normal person calmly explains life. And then you will not, and you will not, and then you have to, and the thing that makes you better is if you stand there and then you will not, and then the people will tell you that you're not good, but you have to stand there and then they eventually. It's like, what is the urgency in your voice? It's 1 a.m. You're alone in a room. You have roommates. Keep it down.
To be able to do your time, you have to be able to sit it out. So tough rooms are a good place.
Imagine him clearing all the cords off his bed after this so he can sleep.
To develop that muscle, develop that skill.
Look at him looking down like he's reading. What's going on? Do you have notes about this?
Figure out what you want to do in those tough situations. Figure out how you want to handle it. Figure out how you're going to get their attention. And I'll tell you guys, I've had some situations in tough rooms where I was trying so hard to get their attention.
I don't know what's worse. Him bombing in a tent in the desert for 16 people. You know, he had Ryan drive him out there. They both made 150. It's the saddest shit you've ever heard. 6 hours each way into the middle of Scorpion City in a fucking middle of a desert in a tent with no lighting while he tells you he's the only one who could get it done, runs back home to a fucking room he's renting. It's like, how much more do you want a guy tell me you're not successful without telling me you're not successful? Holy shit. Holy shit. How dare you make fun of me, Kool-Aid, and Jocelyn Sharp doing Laugh After Dark? A professional room, hundreds of people in the audience, crushing it. You're in a tent. Somehow you're better? Fuck off. In what world? You've blown all your money on facial injections and ring lights. You have nothing to show for it except for 70 views per video. It's sad. We're worried about you. Your friends are pulling me aside at gigs. Your actual real friends, close friends with you, are pulling me aside at gigs telling me I'm hilarious, my videos making fun of you are dead on, and you're mentally ill, and they wish someone could get through to you. Your friends. Bookers. Same thing. I don't know what to tell you, man. You're like the government. You think we're stupid. We're watching you perform in dark tents, and we're watching your sleeping quarters get smaller and smaller as your pockets get emptier and emptier. While you scream more and more about how you've got it all coming together. Okay. If you say so, we'll keep watching, I guess. I have to believe you. You'd be insane to lie about all this stuff.
I was trying everything I could possibly try. I just threw a bunch of material at them. And then finally, I got their attention. And then by the time I got their attention, I didn't have anything to say. I've even had that happen before. And I remember thinking to myself, my internal panic button getting hit.
He just told a very specific story. And then goes, I've even had that happen before. By the way, still killing it with the lower thirds. Some of the best iPhone editing you've ever seen in your life.
I was like, now they're being quiet and I don't know what I want to say to them. I've gone through basically all of my material. This is obviously when I was much newer, but it was just like I had gone through all my material, and so I had to figure out how I was going to handle that situation. And tough rooms are so helpful in so many ways that I wouldn't tell you guys to stay away from tough rooms. I would tell you guys the opposite. I would tell you guys, if there's a tough room, go to that room every week. Go to that room every time you can possibly.
He's not just saying this because he runs the shittiest open mic in the city either, guys.
Make it to that room, because eventually you will figure out how to handle that situation. And sometimes comedy is about being.
So apparently he stole this open mic from this chick named Delilah. I don't know. She started messaging me one night drunk as fuck. She told me her words. She's like, I'm too drunk. I shouldn't talk right now. Because she was starting to spill stuff about Ty. And I was like, please spill the shit about Ty. So who knows? Maybe we'll get Delilah to talk. But she had an open mic. She brought Ty in to involve him. Of course, everything went sour and tits up, and she thought it was easier for her to just walk away and let Ty run it. So Ty's a bully in these streets and a murder in the sheets, okay? That's what Ty is. Find anyone who's worked with him and let me know how it's worked out long term. I'll wait. Who's he teamed up with and they made a great team? Or will everyone who's ever fucking tried to do anything with him tell you he's impossible? Burger.
comfortable in uncomfortable situations. I would like to tell you guys that you're going to start doing comedy, and within a year you're going to find your audiences. You're going to be performing.
He has to edit this so heavily. It's like, fuck. You guys might think I'd say nothing. At least there's no fucking jump cuts.
For stadiums of people, for arenas of people that just love what you do and they're all about you. But the reality
He still thinks he's going to get that. You can hear it in his voice.
is a lot of your career is going to be spent dealing with tough rooms. A lot of your career is going to be spent in situations that aren't necessarily the most conducive for stand-up comedy. Now, there are going to be the outliers that don't have to deal with this, that completely jump these levels and maybe hit on social media. And if you're that person, I take my hat off to you. Congratulations. But for most of us, get used to working tough rooms, because tough rooms are going to make you better. Yeah, you may not like doing them in the moment, but they are going to make you better. And yeah, every once in a while, reward yourself and go to one of the easier ones, one of the better open mics.
Treat yourself, fool.
Not cut out the tough rooms. And to me, that's some of the best.
For me, that's just some of the best stuff money can buy. Oh, boy. Ty is a gayer Chris Kattan with a whack-ass lamp. I backflipped in front of big... Oh, like Tony Hawks? Like Tony Hawkman? I'm Tony Hawkman. You wish you were me. Thank you to everybody who's donated your time, energy, dollars, and cents to this program. If you haven't had a chance, please give us a like on the old YouTube algorithm. If you are watching this on the recording, leave us a comment. I'd love to know what you think about my interaction with David Cross. Do you tag people when you on Twitter? Do you tag people when you mention them if you're talking mad shit, or do you not tag them? Like, I've never done this. This is 100% honest, but I've never searched Twitter for just, in quotes, Patrick Melton. I've never done it. I imagine if I did that, a lot of things that people are saying about me without tagging me, I don't know how much I'm talked about, probably not at all. But the point is, things that were said about me without tagging me would come up. And if I cared enough, I could go read those things. I don't care, so I've never done that. People tag me all the time and things and insult me, because that's how the internet is. People talk shit to me on Twitter now that I'm tweeting again constantly. By the way, I'm tweeting again, got 11,000 followers. Hardly anybody likes my shit. I don't know if it's because I don't tweet. I don't know if it's because they're robots. I haven't bought Twitter followers ever. I don't know how that even fucking happens. Don't care. Don't care that you think like, oh, clearly he's under a ratio of whatever likes to. I've never played any of that game. So stop it. You're barking up the wrong dick. I'm on there fucking around because I want to be on there fucking around. I'll either build up a following or I won't, but I sure as hell will tell you what I won't do. Give any fucks about anybody seriously who wants to discuss it. That's insane. As far as I'm concerned, you're all egg profiles. Fuck it. And by the way, if you're not and you're like a friend and you're like, this is crazy what he's saying, get out. The older I get, the less tolerant I am of any of you. You're all dumb. Just beat it, you old bitch. Oh, God. Thanks for watching Hatecast. Good luck, Canada. We're definitely watching your Civil War go down. It's really great. Super peaceful. Super chill. I'll probably try to do a show tomorrow night, overdose only. If it's live, you'll catch it. If it's not live, overdose only. Okay? Other than that, I love you. I know that if we have disagreements about things, it's only because we have disagreements about things. We have different points of view, different perspectives. I'd be a fool to not acknowledge that and or try to rope you into my world view. But I'll still do it because I'm also mentally ill. And that's one of the things I identify as. Thank you.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you dig, boy, if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick melting faces. Have you stacking NLO point? It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the taco pony party be a party of soul. To make you vandalize a van with a pedal sticker so bold the family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Or stupid motherfuckers just got NL loaned. Other radio shows are straight bitch male prone. Talk